Good evening. I'm Sean Embrock with the Wednesday, March 15 edition of the HGP Nightly News Sportscast. We begin with football. Pile Football Club alumni, in collaboration with the Guyana Football Federation, launched the Under-15 Nationwide Development Program. Victor Montagigliani, president of CONCACAF, was in Guyana to officially give the program his blessings. At the simple launch ceremony at the National Gymnasium on Tuesday, March 14th, National Sports Director Christopher Jones reiterates the government's support for the sport of football and its development.
On behalf of the Government of Guyana, the Ministry of Education and the National Sports Commission, we lend our support to the Under-15 tournament and as committed to the Guyana Football Federation and President Wayne Ford. In whatever way that the Government of Guyana can lend support to the development of football, we will be there to support you.
Wayne Ford, President GFF, lauds the partnership of Pile alumni to collaborate for the Under-15 program.
Let me also say a special thanks to the Pile Alumni Corporation for coming on board with the Guyana Football Federation and providing a long-term contractual arrangement that will ensure that structured football is played at one of the most critical levels in the development of any player.
President Montagigliani charged the young players that what is done is for their development in the world of football with life lessons.
What you have to understand is that you now have a privilege to be involved in the greatest game in the world. And you have to seize that opportunity. That doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to play for the Golden Jaguars, although that should be your dream. But you're going to be in the world of football. And that journey is going to take you somewhere. And it's going to teach you things in life that even school can't teach you. You need to go to school, you need to do that. But football will teach you a lot of things. It will teach you how to get through some difficult situations. Life simulates football. You're down 1-0. A minute left. What are you going to do? Walk off the field? You don't walk off the field. You're down in life. You walk off the field, you don't walk off the field. Right? You're going to have highs and lows, and you're going to have to deal with them. But it's a privilege, and I want you to seize that.
Pile alumni member John Yates told the gathering that the alumni is committed to a subvention of $4 million annually for the success of the program. The Under-15 program now brings to fore the number of national programs rolled out by the Guyana Football Federation, GFF, the Scotiabank Grassroots Academy, the Guyana Football Federation Grassroots Festival, and the Namilco Under-17 program. We tell you now that CONCACAF's administrative transition process, the mother of delay for Guyana's Forward project commencement, process to be fast-tracked. More in this report. Guyana is yet to commence work on its FIFA Goal project, now renamed FIFA Forward project. A contract was inked for the preparatory works to commence. Administrative delays and release of the requisite funding from FIFA fell victim to transition.
I don't know the specifics about the file, unfortunately. But I know that there's also been a bit of a transition between the old goal projects, I guess they were called, and now the FIFA Forward program. And unfortunately, that's probably caused a little bit of administrative delay. This is not the first time I've heard this with projects. We've had other projects in CONCACAF where we've had that situation happen. So I think it's fall victim to a bit of transition with respect to not only the programs themselves, but also staff. And so there is that transition as well. And unfortunately, that's caused some delays for sure. But I think once the
President of CONCACAF, Victor Montagigliani, Guyana can expect commencement works and realization of the FIFA Forward project shortly.
But I think once the mechanics are all worked out, I think you'll see some lightning speed there with respect to the progress.
The technical state-of-the-art facility will see an all-weather pitch installed, which will allow for football to be played all year round. Guyana Football Federation obtained a 30-year lease for the community center ground at the Providence location for the FIFA-funded project. We turn our attention to cricket. Defending champions Demerara secured a commanding 7-wicket victory over Essequibo yesterday as the first round of the Dave West Indian Exports GCB Under-15 50 overs inter-county cricket tournament began. Calvin Chapman reports.
Playing at the Police Progressive Sports Club ground at Eve Leary, Demerara elected to bat first and 13-year-old Shoaib Shaw in his second year at this level, scored his second half-century to help Demerara post 176 for 9 off 50 overs. Andre Sipasad, who took 3 wickets in Essequibo's innings, played a good all-round game and was the last man out for Demerara for 29. Ronaldo scouting 2 for 44, the brother of Essequibo senior player Ricardo Adams, and Manoj Dasarat 2 for 33 were the most successful bowlers for Essequibo. In reply, Essequibo were demolished for 64 in 26.5 overs. They were in trouble early on when the skipper and best batsman in the team, Sheldon Charles, was dismissed for 8 in the 4th over. When Andre Sipasad got the last of his 3rd wicket, that of Inzamam Bacchus, the game was virtually over with the score on 52 for 7 in the 19th over as Essequibo slumped to a 116-run defeat. Man of the match, Shoaib Shah, who scored a half-century and bowled 5 overs for 3 runs, spoke to HGP Sport after the game.
Feel very confident. Think I'm ready for tomorrow match. I could get 100, but get a little out patience and get too confident.
Thank you, Calvin. The first-round losers, Essequibo and the President's 11 clashed today at Everest, while Berbice played Demerara in today's feature game at Enmore. The reports from those games in a subsequent sportscast. And finally, in our sportscast, we tell you that the University of Guyana Interfaculty Track and Field Day is scheduled for the 24th of March at the Lenora Track and Field Facility. Calvin Chapman with the details.
Social Sciences are the defending champions of the event, which was last held in 2015. Sports coordinator of the Turkana campus, Laverne Fraser Thomas, cited the reason for the delay of the event, which is usually held during the first semester in the month of September each year.
As a result of the weather and the unavailability of a suitable ground, we were forced to postpone from first semester to second semester. And so with our semester break being scheduled for the 20th to the 24th of March, we took a decision between myself, discussion, and the administration that we will host our event on March 24th. And of course, we see the need too, as the premier tertiary institution, to step up. And so we are going to be hosting it at the Lenora Track and Field Stadium.
The University of Guyana Track and Field event has solidified its relevance, as former students have secured regional scholarships of recent through this event. Long jumper Emmanuel Archibald and sprint athlete Owen Adonis, who both are studying at the University of the West Indies Mona campus in Jamaica, have their sports scholarships to prove such. After the successful staging of the UG Interfaculty Sports in 2015, the Turkana campus was invited to participate in the UWI Invitational in Jamaica, where Adonis and Archibald excelled and were spotted by scouts and offered a sport scholarship. They began their sports scholarships last September 2016. This was partly through the effervescence of UG's sports program.
And that concludes our sportscast. We want to thank you for staying tuned. Do join us here again tomorrow for another edition of the HGP Sportscast. I am Sean Embrack saying, be a good sport. It's over to Travis.